Everyone, this is Kimberly Benjamin. Thank you so much for joining today. I am going to do a session for our job seekers today, and I want to welcome you to our Saturday morning session or strategy session with Kimberly Benjamin. So hopefully y'all having a wonderful Saturday. I am, and on my way, I got my fitness gear on today, about to make sure I head over to the gym and stay fit. That's one of my personal goals, so I want to make sure I'm able to do that. I've been doing pretty well with that, by the way. So you guys pray for me, keep me lifted up so I can continue to work out and eat right and be healthy and be able to do all the things that the Lord has called me to do. So welcome everybody. For all the people that are joining, feel free to say hello. Feel free to go ahead and let me know where you're from when you join. I really would appreciate it. I see some people that are coming in already. We have Matthew here. Hello, Matthew. Kimberly is here. Thank you for joining, Kimberly. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming today. I really do appreciate it. And I'm trying to use this new upgrade we have here with Facebook. So there's some new tools that I'll be using as well in the next couple of days regarding it. But I wanted to reach out to you to give you some tips for the job seekers. I am Kimberly Benjamin, your job search coach and professional resume writer, and you were on my mind today because I know I've been focusing a lot for the business owners, right? I consider this month being how to start your business month. So a lot of the workshops and the seminars and the services and the lives that I've been conducting have been for business owners. So I'm really excited to be able to come out today and really focus on you all. My background's human resources. I'm licensed and certified in it. 25 years in HR, and I do help people with their job search, and that's why I'm excited to be here today for you to give you some tips and to cover what are some of those top reasons why you may not have found a job. Now, that topic alone makes you stop and go, And as I was preparing for it, I just started writing. It was amazing how a lot of ideas, a lot of things came down on paper for me. I've written them down on paper. But I do recognize that this is one of those topics where you may not want to admit that we're doing something wrong, that, you probably are really believing that you're doing the best that you can. You probably are sitting there going, well, how can you say, that I have not been doing my due diligence to find a job? And I hope I haven't offended anyone, but I do know the fact of the matter is that we tend to do the same things that we're used to doing, and when we do that, we get the same result. And that same result could be for those of you not getting the interview, not landing the interview, not landing the job. And I want to make sure that you're able to do that, okay? I want to make sure that you're able to land the job and get the interview, okay? So I'm excited to be able to be here to give you that information today. Go ahead and pull out your pen and paper, everybody. You're going to take some notes, and I want this to be a working session too. So make sure you have your pen and paper, make sure you have your water or your coffee, since it's a Saturday morning strategy session with me. Make sure you have your mug with your coffee. You see I got my I Love HR mug, which I absolutely love because my background's HR. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. First of all, I want you to know that I understand. I understand what it's like when you're looking for a job and it seems like you're not getting any hits, you're not getting any leads. Who knows, you may be somebody who you really don't want to look for one. If truth be told, you really don't want to look for a job. You really want to not have to do that. I mean, looking for a job is a job. It really is, and I tell people that all the time. So if you're not ready to put in the work, dedicate the hours, dedicate the time, get the projects done, get the task done, follow up with the people that you should follow up with, scheduling interviews and meetings with the people you need to, then you really aren't doing all that you could do to find that employment, to find that job. So I want to give you some tips on things that you should do, some of the reasons why you may not have landed that job yet. Okay, so number one, go ahead and write this down, everybody. This is the number one reason right here, or I should say reason number one. You're not really looking for a job. You're not really looking. Now, again, this topic is going to be a little bit more in your face, and I just want to be able to be that person that's giving you the content that you need. So sometimes people really aren't looking. And one of the ways that I can figure that out, when I have people say, well, Kim, I've been looking for a job, I've been looking for a job for 6 months or a year or 3 months or whatever it is, and I understand that, y'all. So please hear my heart. because I've been there. I get it. By me being a resume writer and helping people with their job search and a career coach, I get it. So I don't want to shun that you're not working, okay? But truth be told, sometimes that is the case. You're not working enough. Just because you may see some job postings here or there, and you're using your time for just looking at those job postings and applying for those jobs that are there, that's not enough. Some of you haven't been to a job fair in a while, and you're thinking, well, I'm really fed up with job fairs. And I've heard that from many people, and I felt the same way. You know, why should I go to this job fair? There's just people there, recruiters that are there. They're going to tell me to go to the website, right? They really don't want my resume. They may not interview me, so I'm not going to go to any job fairs. Or you may look at the newspaper or look at the list of the companies and see that who's there, and you think, I really don't want to work there. I get it. I really do get it. I really do. So, but it's important that you use all your resources. Everybody say all. Use all your resources. Type in all, everybody. Down below, type in all. Use all your resources, because you never know how God is going to use people to assist you with your job search. You never know. So you need to use all of your resources. You may find somebody when you attend that job fair, right? And you didn't expect that job seeker has a lead for you. You didn't expect that the person that's exhibiting at the table has another lead for you. So you never know. You never know. So use all of your resources. But the reason why I say number one, I find out from the clients, people that I work with, is that they really aren't looking, is because when I ask them to write down, where have you applied for the positions? When I ask them to write down, what job boards have you used to look for the job? When I ask them to let me know, how many interviews have you been on? When I ask them, how many people have you networked with and interviewed with or scheduled meetings with? And then we look on our piece of paper, and that piece of paper hardly has anything on it. And then at that time, a lot of times my clients, they go, wow, I need to do a little bit more. I haven't done everything that I should have done for my job search, right? So I want to make sure that you do everything. Everybody say everything. I want you to do everything that you can for your job search. So that's reason number one, and that is that you're not really looking. And who knows, I may be speaking to somebody that you really aren't looking, because you really don't want to do this. This is a lot of work. You may not be looking because you really don't want your employer to know that you're looking for a job. So you really have been on the down low, if you will, with your job search. You really aren't trying. You really aren't doing it because you don't want people to know that you're looking for a job. So you kind of just want people to know that you're fine and you're okay. You're in your home, everything's fine. You're in your apartment, everything's okay. I'm really fine. Everybody's used to me being okay. Everybody's used to be making it. So I don't want to tell people that I need help, right? So you really aren't looking. And who knows, those people could be the individuals that can help you with your job search. So that's the reason why I stress that. I really do stress that. Another reason why you may not have found your job yet is because you may not be using the right platforms. Everybody say platforms. If you're spending all of your time using just applying for jobs on job boards, that's not enough. You may have to actually, try some new platforms out. And I even submit to you this: if you're spending a lot of time on Facebook, which I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're hearing from me and getting tips from me, how can Facebook help you with your job search outside of meeting with me, watching the lives, joining our job seeker search group that's on Facebook, connecting with me being your coach? Are there other resources here on Facebook that really helps you with your job search? And I'm just asking a question. So if your answer is yes, type down below what that resource is. I would like to see what it is. But I submit to you this: it's time for you to switch it up and dedicate and spend most of your time on other different types of platforms that can help you as well. So I mentioned earlier the importance of having a LinkedIn profile. That is the #1 place where job seekers go to look for employment. That's the #1 place where our social media platform where people go to network with other business professionals. So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, or you really haven't been using LinkedIn in your job search, I want to challenge you and encourage you to do so, okay? It's extremely important that you do that, Okay, make sure you set up your LinkedIn profile, and if you need help with that, we do have a free training on that. I'll have a link above regarding that, so that you all can click on it and attend it. I conduct a lot of how to network on LinkedIn, how to find a job using LinkedIn, webinars and seminars, and I'll make sure to include that link above for you. But use other platforms, okay? And by the way, for those of you that are watching, what job boards do you use? Go ahead and type that down below. So some people may say, well, Kimberly, I don't know where to go. I don't know what job boards I should use. So some of the ones that are my favorite are Indeed.com. And somebody, if you could type that in down below, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm unable to type while I'm talking. So Indeed.com, Indeed.com. That's one resource, one platform you could use. Some people may use Career Builder for their job search. What are some job boards that you use? Okay, I know for people who want to teach, Higher Ed is another job board that you can use where they can send you job alerts. Monster.com, some people may utilize that, right? Are there any other job boards that you use? Anyone else? Type it down below, because this could be helpful for other people too who are looking to find out, okay, what other platforms I need to use. So again, use multiple platforms. Just don't use one, okay? So just don't use Facebook. I want to challenge you to step out and use LinkedIn. And since we're talking about strategizing right now, getting ready for next week, I want you to think about what job boards will you use next week. This is a perfect time today on a Saturday to have your notes, put together your strategy, and identify where you're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, on throughout the week, and what job platforms, what new platforms you're going to use, okay? And for those of you that do use those platforms, you may want to set up job alerts, okay? Job alerts can be very helpful. Now, I recognize, and somebody may say, well, what's a job alert, Kimberly? So a job alert is the way you allow the computer system to help you with your job search. You type in criteria regarding the type of job you're looking for, right? And what the system does, it will send you job openings for that particular area or for that position, okay? So wherever you go, set up job alerts on those job boards. If you visit a company website, see if they have job alerts too, so that system can work for you in your job search versus you having to get up or go to the computer and spend so many hours or days or minutes, etc., looking for a job. You have the computer system sending them to you. So make sure you use multiple platforms. I cannot stress that enough, because even though you may have your favorite, and I know my favorite one is Indeed, and you may have your favorite platform, make sure that you switch it up and find what are some other platforms that you can use, okay? Now, here's the other reason number 3, while it may be hard for you to find employment where you haven't found your job. And this reason is you may be afraid to let people know that you're looking for a job. Have you really told everybody in your network that you're looking? Have you really told them? Do they really know what type of positions you're interested in? Have you given them really your resume? Do they have your resume and cover letter so that they're able to work on your behalf and get your resume into other people's hands? Those individuals in your network may have a friend, may have a coworker, may have their boy, their girl, the fraternity sister, fraternity brother, sorority sister, that has a connection in that place that you're interested in. And if you don't tell other people about the types of jobs you're looking for, your areas of interest, then they can't work for you. They can't help you out. In my book, I talk about the importance of being mindful that you may be entertaining angels unaware. And that whole chapter talks about networking and the importance of networking. And studies show that people find jobs through networking. People find jobs through networking. So I really want you to think about how can you increase your network, and how can you reach out to people in your network? Do everyone on LinkedIn know you're looking for employment? Other than you have a profile there. Have you connected with recruiters? Have you inboxed them or sent them messages? Have you contacted HR professionals? Have you, when you look at the job postings, if there's a number or a person's name, have you contacted the company to follow up on your application? Do whatever you need to do to network more. And I'm going to ask you to do this because the teacher and the instructor in me wants to make sure that you really walk away with the plan today. I want it to be more than you just sitting here listening to me going over some reasons where you could sit back and go, well, that's not me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I want you to walk away with the plan. I really do mean that. So for you, who will you network with next week? I want you to make a list of 50. I normally have people do 100, but I'm going to just say 50 for you. So give me 50 people. As my friend would say, my girlfriend Lisa would say, give me 5. I'm going to say, give me 50. And at least if you're watching, I know you're probably smiling right now too, girl. But give me 50, y'all. Give me 50. So make a list of 50. 50 people you're going to connect with. 50 people you're going to call next week. And then you could break it down that you'll make a call. You'll call 10 people on Monday, 10 people on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Put together your plan. I want you to think about, out of those 50 people, who are the people you can schedule an interview with? You want to do an informational interview, which means you want to learn about their industry. You want to learn about their company, right? You want to spend some time, maybe 20 minutes, to speak with them over the phone and get to know them, but learn about that career, that industry. A lot of my clients do that when they're switching from one industry to another, or they need other connections. They're interested in a company and they want to work with that company down the road. So they may schedule an informational interview. So do what you can, everybody, to think of those 50 people. Okay, that's your assignment, and I cannot stress how important that is. I've said this before on a previous live, and I'll say it again. Okay. Now, what I would like for you to do, I want you to think about all the places where you've worked in the past. Okay, all the places where you worked. When you look at your resume, where did you work? Okay. Now, I want you to think, how did you find that job? Did you find that job through a job posting? Or did you find that through networking, through your network? Studies show that people find jobs through networking. And the reason why I'm staying on this topic is because, to me, if your only strategy with your job search is to apply for jobs that are on those job boards, you're too late. Hear me, everybody. You're too late. And the reason why I say that is because now the whole world knows about that job. I want you to get in there before no one knows about it. I want you to get in there and network with the hiring manager, with the HR person before the job is posted. Okay, think about that. How can you get in there beforehand? Now, I recognize that you still should apply for jobs through job boards. Okay, but just know, if that is your sole resource and strategy for your job search, that is the reason why you may not have landed your job or got interviews. And when you think about it, it's because it's a numbers game. Everybody say numbers. Once that job posting is out there in the world, on social media and on those job boards, now the whole world knows about that job, and everybody's resumes, they start flooding those resumes and sending them into HR. And then I know, by me being a human resources professional, a licensed and certified HR professional with 25 years of experience, there have been days where I would sit there and I would go through stacks like this thick of resumes for one job. So it's really important that you just don't focus on that job posting. Get in there, connect with the right people before the job is even posted. Because studies show that's how people find their jobs. So just think about that. Let's just think about that for a moment and really be excited about that. So if that's how people find their jobs, what should be your strategy going forward next week? Let me hear you say it. What should you be doing next week? Focus on your network. So reach out to the people that you know on LinkedIn. Go through your cell phone, which I'm using now for this, so I can't show it, but go through your cell phone and look at those numbers. Look at your contacts list. Should all those people know that you are looking for employment? When's the last time you spoke to some of those people? I submit to you this, you may go through thank you, Lord. That's your second assignment. Your second assignment today, not waiting until Monday, today. After this live, pull your cell phone out or use it again. Go through your contacts list. Do all those people, who are the people on your phone, in your phone, that should know about you looking for employment? When was the last time you spoke to them? So identify the people you're going to call after you go through your list. So you're going to have your phone, I want to make sure that I'm very practical today, because I'm not going to give you fluff, everybody. This is serious. Looking for a job is serious. I know some of you may be discouraged right now. That's why I'm glad to be able to be out here to give you the tips. But that's why we got to take this serious, okay? So pull your phone out. You got your phone. After you watch this, I want you to go through your phone. Go through it. And I want you to make a list. Okay, these are the people I'm going to call next week. Okay, go through your phone. Oh, I haven't seen that person in a while. Oh, but they got a connection at this company. So then make a list of the other people that you want to schedule interviews with or meetings with. Okay, go through your phone. Okay, you may see a relative or somebody. Okay, make a list of these are the people I'm going to call to see if they have a connection at this company, or if they have a job opening that they know of for my skill set. Okay, so that's your assignment, is to be able to go through your phone. That's your second assignment. Your first assignment is to make a list of 50. If you do 100, I'll be so proud of you. I want you to go above what I'm expecting, because at the end of the day, it's going to help you out. It's not about me. It's about helping you out. So if you come up with a list of 100 people, great. Okay, if you come up with a list of 50 people, all right then. But the goal is for you to make a list and to identify how can you improve your network for next year. For next week, excuse me. Now, the next thing I want to be mindful of is one of the reasons why people may not find their jobs is here. They are, I already read that one. Hold on one second, let me find it. Your confession is negative and it's negating your progress. Watch the words that you say. And that really is the truth, because we have what we say, right? So if you're saying that I cannot find a job, or it's hard out here, or it's hard looking for employment, or there's nothing out here for me, or I can't find anything in my field, then that's what you're going to get. So, and it's a shame when you think about it, because we can all work so hard to find a job, right? And then to know that your reason may be because you've been negating it with your lips. You've been canceling it out with your lips, because words create. Words create. So let's flip that around then. Instead of saying negative things and having negative confessions about our job search and our experience, every morning, everybody say every morning when you wake up, let's have something positive to say. What are our positive affirmations regarding our job search? It's simple. Thank you, Lord, for my job today. I am well able to find employment, Lord. Favor goes before me and prospers my way. I have favor with God and man. It is easy to find a job, Lord. I have so many jobs that are coming towards me that I'm going to have to decide on which one that I will accept. Lord, thank you, Lord, that you are my provider and that you're providing for me today, Lord. I am well able to pay all my bills and then save, Lord. What's your confession over your job search regarding your finances, regarding the Lord being your provider, and regarding you looking for employment? So watch your words, because you can work really hard trying to find something, or thinking that you're doing everything you need to do to find a job, but then at the end of the day, or throughout the day, not even wait until the end, throughout the day, you say something and just cancels everything out that you've been working, all that hard work you've been doing that whole day, that whole week, that whole month. So make sure that you're mindful of your words. And if you need words to stand on, I would submit to you this. Go into the Word of God and find some scriptures to stand on. In my book, How to Be Highly Favored and Empowered to Prosper in Your Job Search, that is one. The comments that I receive a lot from people who purchase the book are twofold. One is, it's blessed their life because it helped them with finding employment. Two, it kept their minds right because it's word-based. So every chapter starts with the Word of God. It goes into the chapter. There's prayers for you to complete and that you do at the end of each chapter. There's assignments that you complete. And then there's scriptures you can stand on throughout your job search. So I say that to you, that if you don't have the book, go to the Word of God. Find scriptures that you can stand on and really believe it and say it and speak it over your life every day. Because it is really important that you do watch your words. You have what you say. So that is one of the reasons why people may not have found employment, is because they've negated it with their words. They've negated it with their mouth. Here's another reason why people may not have found employment, okay? And again, I want you to walk away with your plan. So after watching this video, who knows, you may have to hit that replay button or watch it again, right? Watch as many times as you can, but I want you to walk away with your very own plan that you can use starting next week. Another reason why people are experiencing difficulty of finding job, finding employment, is because you don't want, some people may not really want to change. I'm going to let that sink in. You can get advice, you could get tips, people could share with you what you should do. You could have a coach and they explain to you what you need to do. But if you don't change, you'll have the same result. So there comes a point in our lives where we have to say, Lord, change me. There comes a point in our lives where we have to be meek and teachable and just be open and trust the Lord, because with change comes progress. Yeah, I'm going to let that sink in. I mean, again, when I came up with this list today, I was just writing down the reasons. And for that one, that's like really sinking in right now. We have to change. You have to change. Because if you were really doing everything right now, then your result would be different. So it's really important for us to look at, what do we need to change? Me included in my life. Don't get on autopilot where you wake up and you do certain things because you're used to doing it that way. Who knows, the Lord may want to use you to do something different. The Lord may want to speak to you and say, instead of go right, today I want you to go left, and I want you to go down to this coffee shop and whatever. And you're like, why am I doing this, Lord? I don't understand, right? But be open to the Lord. Be sensitive and be open and be willing to change. Because once you land that job, that would be change, right? A whole new process, a whole new company, a whole new group of people, co-workers, that's all different, right? So change is really good. Now, I'll submit to you this. Sometimes with change, people don't want to change because of fear. So in order for us to really tackle this thing, because I know that you're on this call, you want to change. That's why you're watching. That's why you're looking for employment. That's why you're getting the nuggets. That's why you're being led by the Lord as to what you should do. That's why you're doing your due diligence, right? But sometimes we need to really identify what's holding us back. Sometimes we have to identify our fear. And I'm a person that I don't like fear. I don't claim fear. My favorite word is peace. And it's important to step out on faith. So when people talk about fear or try to throw fear into my life, I'm like, it's not working because I don't claim it. I get it, y'all. So I'm not trying to do that. I just want you to identify if you have been fearful in your heart of hearts about something regarding your job search, etc. I want to place that out there on the table right now and say, what would you do if you weren't afraid? What would your life look like if you weren't afraid? Where would you go if you weren't afraid? What would be your confession if you weren't afraid? What would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you plan for if you weren't afraid? What would you believe God for if you weren't afraid? If you weren't afraid. So I submit to all of us, everybody watching this, let's not be afraid, and let's look at that thing and start living the life that God has called us to live and not be fearful, because we know that fear is not of the Lord. Confusion, is not of the Lord, right? And I don't want any confusion or any fear in your world, in your life. And sometimes we have to look at that thing and then realize that it's nothing. Because at the end of the day, I want you to live that life that God wants you to live and have that job that the Lord has for you, and for you to operate in your purpose and live your life on purpose. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for all of you. So again, be willing to change, everybody. Be willing to change. Just because you've done it that one way all the time doesn't make it right. And we live in a day and age now where things change so much. And we really do. Things change a lot. So we have to be open to change. Just like with technology. Technology is changing so much. You're like, wow, you know, Facebook is changing so much. Things are changing every day. So that means that we need to have a new strategy for our job search. We can't keep using the same method when the world is changing. So it's time for us to change too. Another reason why people have not found employment is because you need to get out of the house. Wow, I said it. Yes, I said it. You need to get out of your house. You need to get out of your apartment. You need to get away from the computer and actually go to different places and see if they're hiring. Go to different places and fill out applications. Go to different places and submit your resume. Go to different places and have conversations with business owners and individuals that may have an opportunity. Get out of your house. Go to networking events and network with other business professionals. Get out of your house. Go to job fairs. Go to different events where job seekers are there, employers are there. Get out of your house and find out where the recruiters are. Hang out and find out what events or what's going on where the recruiters are located, the HR people are located, the hiring managers and people are located. Get out of your house and do that. So some of us, we spend too much time behind the computer or on our computer or in our homes and not enough time out and about networking and having that personal interaction with people, with that hiring manager, with that friend, with that person that can give you some connections for your job search. So yes, I went there, y'all, with the getting out of the house and putting that computer down, that laptop, closing that laptop cover down and saying, I need to pick up my phone and call, and then I need to schedule meetings and leave and meet people. So that's and for some of you, that may be a big stretch. That you may be like, wow, I got to do that. I don't know if I can do that. If I can use up my gas. Yes, I'm reading your mind, everybody. I understand. Use up my gas and put all these miles on my car, or you're saying I need transportation. I got to figure that out. I'm saying you need to put together a new strategy. That's what today is about. Is forget what you've been doing, forget status quo. It's not working. We got to try something different. Okay? And so it's your time now to do the work. It's your time to try something different. Okay? I have a couple more for you. We're almost done. I have a couple more. Okay? Another reason why some of you may not have landed a job or find employment yet is, I've talked about that one already, so I think we're down to the last one. It's because the resume that you have is being trashed. Now, an HR person will not tell you that they've trashed your resume. But when your resume is not being looked at and it's not being considered and it's being placed in this file over here, and I'm not looking at it anymore, and I'm closing the drawer, or I put these boxes and books on top of it because what's over here is not important to me. I hate to say that, y'all, but I gotta be real. That's what's happening to some of your resumes. So, and that's one of the key reasons why you need to have a strong resume, because you don't want your resume to be filed away somewhere. You want your resume to really explain who you are, show who you are, so that when an HR person sees it, they're like, wow, okay, this is my job posting. They meet these requirements. Wow, they got a lot of skills, a lot of accomplishments. Let me bring this person in. Let me call and have them come in. Okay, so it could be your resume. And actually, that's one of the major reasons, because think about it, everybody. If you're spending your time sending all these resumes out to people, and some of you would say hundreds, Kimberly, I have sent out hundreds. Last week I did 50, whatever. You've sent out hundreds of resumes, right? So that means your resumes are literally going to these different places, right? And So HR people are possibly getting them, or those hiring managers are possibly getting them, or those recruiters are possibly getting your resume. And if you haven't gotten a call, or you haven't heard from them, or got an interview, and your resume has been going out, it could possibly be your resume. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you're tired of updating it. Yep, I'm reading your mind. You're tired of somebody giving you advice on it. I understand. You're tired of working on it. You're tired of looking at it. You said if I look at this resume or change this resume one more time, you're going to have a fit. I get that. But that is the document that displays who you are to an employer. And so many times people just put that on. So it's really important that you have a strong resume. I really do mean that. So these are just some of the reasons why it may have been hard for you to find a job. And my prayer is that you're able to find yourself in those examples. And you say, why? Why would she want me to find myself in those things? Those sound negative. I don't want to be included in this, but that's the reason why I'm here. That's the reason why I'm doing this live, is so you can recognize today that there's some things you need to change. There's some things you need to change. And I also want to encourage you all today to know that when you make these changes, when you seek the Lord and make sure that you have Him involved in this whole process and you're following what He says to do and go where He says to go, that you will experience a wonderful career transition. Okay? So for those of you who said, okay, Kimberly, you keep telling me about this resume. All I'm offering y'all is a free evaluation. Send me a copy of your resume. Let me look at it. Let me let you know how it looks from an HR perspective, how your resume looks. And I will be honest with you, like I always have been, especially when I do these lives, because I know looking for a job is important. I do not take my job lightly, everybody. I don't. Looking for a job is important. Finding employment is important. You being able to pay your bills is important. You being able to live your life on purpose, do what God told you to do is important. You being able to start your business, because some of you that are watching this, you're business owners, but your job right now is helping you to fund your business. So what you have, your job is important, and I take it very seriously. And also too, I know when I have men who are looking for employment, when the men are watching this, I don't take that lightly, because I know how important it is for them to pay bills, to take care of their responsibilities, and to live their life on purpose. So I don't take what I do lightly at all. So feel free to contact me. I am here to assist you. If you need someone to look at your resume, send me a copy of your resume. My email address is kbenjamin@hrstrategiesplus.com. You don't have to remember it, because when you click the link above, it will take you to my training hub, where you can just type in a couple of things, and it serves as a way for me to follow up with you, so that we're able to get started with your resume, so I can see it and give you your free evaluation. So just click the link above and you'll be okay. For those of you who need some encouragement, and you're recognizing that you may need to find some words to stand on in your job search, you want to get some more tips, you're a writer like me. You like me. I like to write down things and have assignments and get things done. And you're a person who needs some more structure and some more help, versus just getting your resume updated or your resume done. I do have my job search book and workbook. It's called How to Be Highly Favored and Empowered to Prosper in Your Job Search. It really is a great book, and it's not a hard read at all. I made sure that when it was written that people from different ages could read it, so high school, college on up could read it. And it's not a thick book. The chapters are really short, but it does give you the meat and the content and the tips that you need to help you with your job search. And then it has scriptures to stand on. And throughout the whole job search process, there are scriptures that reference that can assist you with that. So if that's something that sounds like a blessing for you, that you know that you need your reader like me, but more importantly, you like to work on your projects and get things done and know that you have your new job search strategy created, then also click the link above. I'll have it there for you for our job search book and workbook as well. And then last but not least, for those of you who are interested in coaching, I do have a coaching program. It's called Career Transition Success Path. It's a coaching program for job seekers. So if you need me to come alongside with you every week and work on different projects that are specific to you and to help you with your resume, you get a new resume, a new cover letter, portfolio. We help you with your interviewing. You get the book and the workbook, and you get me helping you with your job search, looking at specifically what are you doing and what you need to change. I'm able to help you with that as well, and that's with our career transition coaching program. And then for those of you who say, wait a minute, Kimberly, but I'm unemployed and I wish I could sign up for that stuff, and I can't, but I can do the resume. You know, I have that in my funds to do that, but I can't do the coaching, etc. Then we do have our Facebook group. I want to make sure that you have a place where I can constantly pour into you and to help you with your job search. And we have our job search strategy group Facebook page for job seekers, people that I'm assisting. Some of you will remember that my goal is to help 75 people this summer with their job search. So we do have a group of people that I've been assisting. And if that's something that you're interested in, type down below or inbox me and let me know you would like to be in the group so I can add you over to that group as well. Because here on Facebook, through the main profile, you know, you may catch me sometimes, you may not. I may talk business, talk other stuff, but we have a place just for job seekers. And I think that's important to have a place so that when I provide training and support is going out to everybody, all the job seekers in the group. So I just really want to come out to let you know what are some of the things that I've noticed. And I recognize that this has been a little bit more in your face type of a live, but that was the purpose. I want to make sure that you recognize what you need to change, and so that you really do walk away with the new strategy and you work on it now. So can anybody tell me what's your first homework assignment? What's the first one? Type below. What's that first assignment you have? So, and for those of you that forgot, you know I'm going to let you know what it is. But your first assignment is I want you to make a list of 50 people that you are going to connect with and let them know that you're looking. And then that second assignment, what's the second assignment, everybody? Can anybody tell me what the second assignment? I'm trying to remember too what that second assignment is. I remember. Thank you, Lord. Remember, after watching this video, pick up your phone and go through your phone and put together your strategy. Okay? And for those of you that joined us late, thank you so much for joining. Make sure to watch the video over. But my goal is to be able to help job seekers really find a job. Okay? And I want to encourage you to let you know that that job is out there. All you need is one. And all you need is that one that God has for you. And it's my honor to be able to assist you in finding it. So this is Kimberly Benjamin, your professional resume writer and job search coach and licensed and certified HR professional. I'm signing off, but if you need help, remember, I'm always here for you. I look forward to receiving your resumes as well as your inbox messages and your comments below. Everybody have a wonderful Saturday, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things worked out for you with your new strategy next week. Bye-bye.